but to us we do the boarding us. But to us we do the boarding us. Production once a week.
Blackout. Imagine.
You wake up, you open your eyes,
And you're like,
where am I?
a small room.
Bright lights.
White walls,
A metal door.
oh my god!
Imagine you wake up and you're in a jail cell. You go up to the door.
You bang your fist, screaming, shouting! What am I doing here?
And imagine a police guy comes up to the door.
And you're like,
Keep it down.
And you're like, oh no, what did I do?
Oh, you don't know.
You shake your head.
What? And imagine the police guy just looks at you like you're a pure thug or something. Imagine he just looks at you and he goes, "You're getting charged with attempted murder, wee man."
Oh no, what did I do?
And you'd start remembering
Everything. Right from the beginning.
You would try to remember.
How did I get here?
So you start remembering your dad.
He was a woman beater. He beat up your ma every day.
from the day they got married right to the day they got divorced.
He used to beat her to a pulp. So she stopped working.
She-
at the house.
Because she was embarrassed.
She didn't want to walk down the street with her face all black and blue.
And you'd remember that your ma didn't want you to grow up to be like him.
She wanted you to be a famous lawyer.
Or a famous doctor. Or a famous whatever. But you'd remember that you were poor.
But you weren't poor.
Because your ma still made sure there were dinner on the table every night. She'd give you her last penny. She didn't care about herself.
But you remember that you never really spoke to her.
Because she'd come home from school and go straight up the stairs.
James,
Aye.
your dinner's out.
Grab the plate.
Thanks, Ma.
Back up the stairs. So you never really spoke to her. But you'd remember your granddad.
He was the closest thing you ever had to a proper father.
He'd put you under his wing. He did everything a dad would do. He'd hold your hand.
He'd walk you down to the shop.
He'd play daft-free games with you.
But best of all, he took you to the Rangers game every Saturday.
Way! He'd take you to the lounge walks.
You don't remember how he taught you to play the flute.
But you do not play the sash.
Or hang the Ulster flag out the window.
He told you to keep that kind of thing to yourself.
And then he got his cancer.
You remember that.
So every night you'd go and sit with him.
Play a game of cards.
Help him do a jigsaw.
Have a cup of tea and look out the back window.
You'd remember the boys from the scheme used to fight with the boys from the scheme down the road.
They used to run at each other with bottles and bricks. Then it would be balls and baseball bats.
And it would be knives. And you'd be looking out the window going, "Is that a wee boy with a sword? Am I really seeing this?
And you and your granddad, you would just sit there and go,
What are they fighting for?" Because your granddad never put out and started hitting people.
He got his point across with his mouth, not with his hands.
he would just have to talk to you. And people would listen to him.
And you'd always remember you wanted to grow up to be
Just like him.
And then you remember, you didn't have that many pals.
Because you're too quiet. You were shy.
You were the wee, shy, nerdy boy.
You didn't fit in with anybody.
And the pals you did have, they just used you, if you know what I mean.
Because, no, if it was a pure, brilliant, sunny day outside, they would all go away and leave you. But if it was raining, they would come round to your bed and go,
Hi, James!
I haven't seen you in ages.
How have you been? Can we come in and sit for a while?
They didn't care about you. They just wanted somewhere to sit. And so it was school.
Get beaten up for being a goth.
Just because you have long hair or black combats.
They used to call you
The game! Ha! Look at him.
You dirty goth, you shark tip.
You look like the graveyard tonight about there, don't you?
No.
Aye, you do. I've seen you. You're digging up the coffins and raping the corpses, aye? You dirty beast.
And you remember the beatings.
One of the bullies would take off his belt.
Wrap it around his knuckles.
And whack you with it.
Then he'd boot you downstairs.
Kick you in the ribs. Don't.
remember that.
You'd remember every punch. And then you remember you had no one to turn to. Because your granddad was in hospital. So you'd just sit at home and you'd watch horror films.
Night after night.
Or read books about serial killers. Or just look all of the pictures. You had a bloodlust for it.
It gave you a thrill.
Because they're normal people. But they're mysterious. Like, what makes them tick? What makes them go insane? What can make you do it to somebody?
It fascinated you.
Imagine.
You're in a jail cell.
You start remembering all of this.
But you can't remember what you've done.
And then they take you away to a secure carry net.
And they take away your belt, and they take away your laces, and they take away anything you could use to kill yourself with.
And this key worker guy comes in to speak to you.
Did you ask him?
What did I do?
Son, I can't tell you.
How can you not tell me?
You need to ask for file.
So you ask for the file.
And he goes away to get it.
Imagine waiting for him to come back. Your mind would be racing.
Remembering.
One night.
You got beaten up just for having long hair. The boys chase you home with meat cleavers and machetes. Shouting, "Death again!"
Trying to chop you up.
All the way to your front door. Hi, James. How was school?
Straight upstairs.
Into your bedroom.
Slam! You look in the mirror.
I'm not a gimp.
You get a pair of scissors.
And you cut your hair pure short.
Shave it right to the skin.
James,
You look at yourself.
your dinner's out.
I'm coming. I'll show him not to mess with me.
Grab the plate.
Thanks, Ma.
Wait a wee minute.
What?
What have you done to your hair?
You shrug.
Got rid of it.
She looks at you funny.
You look like a skinhead.
That's when you started watching films like
Romper Stomper and American History X.
That's when you thought to yourself.
That's what I do.
So you started wearing the big Doc Martin boots,
The bomber jacket.
the braces.
Everything.
And then you went into school.
And people just look at you like...
If he's a pure psycho.
But it felt good because you were getting to him.
And then you do the Nazi salute.
And the teachers were like,
Stand inside this room. What have you got this on for?
Because I like it.
Go home and change into your uniform. You're not let back until you change your clothes.
So you went,
Fine.
It's my life. I will wear what I want. I will say what I want and I will do what I want.
and then you sparked up a fag.
and started walking you out the school.
Smoking.
Acting like a hard man.
Hello, check state of him.
And when the bully saw you, instead of running, you went.
Right, who's first? What you gonna do, Dafty? 2 seconds.
And you
What?
went.
You put the fag out on your bare skin.
Who's first? Are you alright, mate?
Go, who's giving me the first punch? I.
James.
Go on, put your hands behind my back.
You need to get yours over, mate. You ain't right.
So you pick up a chair.
And you throw it at the fucker.
Ow.
So he starts punching you.
Fist flying. They all start battering you.
James! What are you doing? That's not like you.
But you're standing there.
With your face red raw. But it felt good. But didn't it?
That's when you need to remember. You started loving the pain.
The punches didn't hurt anymore.
You just got used to having this energy flow.
The feeling of blood pumping through your veins.
So you'd sit there in your room
With big Nazi posters on the wall.
And you listen to music.
with that guitar and that beat that gets you into it.
And you wonder what it was like to bust someone's lip.
Or to slice them open.
Or to push it!
It made you feel high and mighty just thinking about it.
And then you think about the night it finally happened.
It was raining.
James!
That's your mum.
Shouting up the stairs.
Turn off the music.
I'm just away up the hospital to see Grandad.
You don't respond.
Do you want to come with me?
No, the nightmare.
Are you sure?
I want to sit in and watch this film.
Right. Well, do you want to come see him tomorrow night, eh?
I'm fine.
Alright. I'll tell him you're asking after him. Catch you later.
She goes out into the rain.
Pitter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter, pitter, patter.
We put in a slasher film.
Slash!
Chop.
Chop!
Alright.
Stab!
Blood and guts.
Ooh.
You look at it blackly.
It's not enough for you anymore.
Door.
You press pause.
Open the door.
Alright, James.
Alright,
What you doing?
just sit in my room.
Is your mind?
No.
You home alone?
Aye.
Yes, man. Big Jim Bond.
They all
Do you want
tried
to join?
in.
No, no.
What are you watching?
Just a film.
What? Wait, what is this? What are you doing with a swastika on your wall? Are you a Nazi or something?
Snare.
Aye,
What are you into all that for?
because I'm an alien. I need to protect my white blood.
Aye. How are you going to do that?
Wait until you see this.
You slip your hand under the bed and pull out a sword.
For fuck's sake, what is that?
It's the black mamba.
Where'd you get it?
I found it.
I'll buy it off you for a fiver.
No.
A tenner.
Fuck off.
20 quid.
Check the damage you could do with this.
I reach up some enough yet.
You smile. So proud.
Look at him.
The psycho. Then, keys in the door. Quick, hide the blade.
Footsteps up the stairs. What's going on here?
Nothing, Mom. You only call her Mum when you've done something wrong.
We're just watching the film.
James, I think it's time your friends went home.
See ya.
Bye, James.
They disappear. Your mum just looks at you.
James, sit down. I've got something to tell you.
Don't, Ma.
James, I'm sorry.
Ma, don't.
James, come on now.
Don't!
James, calm down. Look, I'm sorry. It's happened. Where were you?
You were in town.
Who were you with?
You were the pals. Your pals. People they knew.
Where were your friends?
They left you with people you didn't know.
Why?
You don't know.
But this starts coming back to you. Oh!
One of them has your bottle of vodka.
Hey, take a sign to that.
Hey. Hey, drink it straight.
Oh.
Ow.
Just drink it straight, man.
And you win.
Nah, that's weird. There's something wrong with this.
And you win. Just down it! And you win.
Fine. Because you didn't want to look like the wee nerdy boy.
And you took a big stanker back.
And there was ecstasy.
And there was a value.
And you didn't know what was in it.
And by the time your pals came back, you're in some state.
James, you were like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Are you alright, mate?
Because 1 minute you'd be fine.
And the next minute you'd be like,
Aye, where have you been?
Aye,
Where have you been? Aye, where have you been?
Like that.
You. You. Well, come over there and smash your bat, eh?
What, dude? You were looking at them.
But you weren't just looking at them. You
James,
were looking at them like you were picking your ex-victim.
come on.
We need to get home. And you remember them taking your
your
home.
handcuffs.
All you can remember is screaming.
You could hear screaming. It was like being in a dream.
But still being awake at the same time. James, are you alright?
You could feel your blood boiling over.
James, are you okay? What have you
Stop.
took?
Starts punching you.
James!
And kicking.
James, don't! James,
And you
stop
got
it!
hands
James,
on
get up,
someone's
please,
throat.
James, don't!
Squeeze
James,
it.
don't!
And screaming.
Don't! And then it went black.
I'm going to give you a probation sentence. 3 years.
And you're like,
Thank you.
But if you mess up during that time, you'll do 10. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then that's you free to go. You may leave my courtroom.
you go outside.
You step into
into the sunshine.
Take a deep breath.
And there's your mum. She looks at you. You look at her. How's she ever going to trust you again?
But she walks towards you.
Mum, I'm sorry. She embraces you. What are you going to do with yourself?
Imagine.
Imagine if all that happened to you.
What would you do? You know what I would do?
I would start to talk.
I would tell people my story.
Because when I got angry,
I nearly lost everything.
And all you really wanted was someone to sit up and take notice.
And then you would go home,
Take down all your nasty posters.
throw away all your knives.
look in the mirror and try to imagine.
What comes next? And then you get into bed,
Pull up the covers.
turn off the light.
Blackout.